Media presents Lessons from My Exes, the podcast. In this podcast, myself and some friends of mine will be discussing different situations that helped us grow along the way in our personal life journeys. We will be storytelling, music sharing, and advice giving. I remember when this was just an idea, so watching this come to fruition has brought me great joy. Think of this as a weekly meetup with your best friends. Nothing's off the table. We'll be discussing any and everything. I look forward to bringing this to you. I hope you enjoy it. Stay tuned. What's going on, everybody? It is your girl, Lonnie, Breezy, Natasha, whatever you know me as. It's your girl. I'm here. Finally. Lessons for My Exes podcast. We've been talking about this for a long time. I mean, honestly, it's been like a year, but I'm just so happy, so blessed, so thankful to finally bring this to you and to be able to talk about the things that I talk about all the time, but now to a wider audience. It's one thing just giving advice to your friends and family, and I be saying some golden stuff, some gems. So I figured, you know what, I should make this into a podcast. Super excited that we're here. Super excited that we're doing this. I'm finally gonna get my TED Talk weekly. So these are your weekly TED Talks with your girl, your bestie, Lonnie, Natasha, Breezy, your girl. This episode is my first episode, so it's going to be a little bit all over the place, but I promise every other one will be structured. This one, I want to dedicate to my beautiful grandmother, Margaret C. Cotton, who is no longer with us, but she's always with me in my heart. It has been a rough year for me. Losing her has been the biggest blow to my life in a long time. And to be honest, I never thought that I would live without her. I know what you're thinking. That's a little unrealistic. We tend to think that we can't imagine our lives without our parents or our grandparents or our family or our friends because, we just so used to seeing everybody. We're so used to seeing their face. I wasn't prepared mentally because I always thought my grandma would be around forever. So losing her really took a blow to me. It took a big hit to me. But with time and patience and a great friend group, I've been able to express myself a little bit better than I ever thought I would. Because I'm going to be honest with y'all, I was scared. I was scared of how my life was going to look without my grandma. Because my grandma was like my conscience. She was my conscience. You know how like Pinocchio had the grasshopper, his conscience. That always told him right from wrong, or to remind him to be better, to be good, to not be deceitful, to not be deceptive. That was my grandmother to me. She was the person, the one thing in this life, other than my kids, of course, the one person in this life that kept me on track. When I felt myself sliding, when I felt my moods changing, when I felt angry, when I felt hurt, when I felt like I needed to get revenge or whatever. She's always been the person that I could talk to who loved me unconditionally, without condition. You never really know what love unconditionally is until you have someone that actually loves you without conditions. The wild part of me, she never tried to change that. The part of me that a lot of people misunderstand, she never tried to change that. Some of the stuff I would say to her would be crazy. She never tried to change that. And I'm super thankful that I had the time that I had with my grandma, because she taught me a lot about life, a lot about patience, a lot about love, and more than anything, she taught me to be kind, even when I didn't fucking feel like it. Excuse my language. But I say all this to say that if you have someone in your life like that, cherish them. Don't take them for granted. Don't waste your time with them. Life is so short, but love is forever. And I will always love my grandma, because she'll always be with me. So I was always told that experience is the best teacher. The more you experience, the more knowledgeable you are. It's like street smarts versus book smarts, right? Just because you are mentally smart don't mean that you can survive in the world. All of my friends went to college. Well, let me say majority of my friends went to college, right? But I decided to go to trade school. Not because I didn't necessarily want to go to college. It was just because I knew I wanted to do music and acting. I really didn't want to spend my parents' money on college when I knew that my career that I actually wanted to do is something that I could do as long as I stayed go-gettery. Is that even a word? No, of course not. So I figured I'm going to stay out in the world. I'm going to go see the world and live out in the world. And somebody's going to discover me. That's how I'm going to get to where I need to be in life. Instead, I ended up married. I ended up in a lot of different relationships. I went to cosmetology school. I went to broadcasting school. I moved up and down the DMV. I lived with a lot of different people. I had kids when everybody else was partying. I did a lot of crap between 18 and my late 20s. And I learned a lot about life. I will say that. I don't regret working a gazillion billion different jobs. I don't regret moving from the area and coming back. I don't regret being married early, getting divorced early, having kids early. I don't regret none of my life experiences, because they taught me about how to make the best out of anything that comes my way. I wasn't spoiled. I wasn't given a hand. I wasn't given a handout. I didn't have the kind of parents that would lay down the carpet for me and, like roll out the red carpet and just let me. No. I knew for the life that I wanted, I had to go get it. I went everywhere but where I needed to go, because, to be completely honest, I was just a hopeless romantic. And that's just what it is. I wanted to do everything but what I needed to do. I couldn't stay focused to save my life. And now here I am at the age that I am, still doing music, still acting. Nothing's changed. I feel great in all of my decisions. I didn't at first. At first, I was very regretful. I regretted a lot of things. But now when I talk to my friends, I realize I experienced everything and they're just now going through it. I already been there, done that. So it's like I can help a little bit more. I can give advice a little bit more. It's not like confusing to me as it once was. This life thing isn't as scary to me as it once was, because I done already went through the worst. To me. Let's just put that out there, because I'm sure there's a lot more that people go through. But I've done so much at such a young age that I feel like I've done a lot. And I'm thankful for my experiences now because I learned gratitude. I learned the importance of letting your lessons be letting your life lessons be a teacher, letting your journey be a teacher. A lot of people live this life with a lot of regrets, a lot of mistakes, quote unquote, a lot of hurt. But I decided I wasn't going to do that. I decided that every single thing I went through taught me how to not do that again, taught me how to do it differently the next time, taught me how to be a better version of myself than I once was. Because the girl that I was 10 years ago versus the girl that I am now is a totally different woman. And even up until last year, I was still evolving into the person that I am today. I'm constantly evolving, but so is everyone. I'm so thankful though, because I understand perspective and the importance of that now. I understand why it's good to have a clear perspective. It's good to have a positive outlook. It's good to make sure you're speaking positive words about yourself, about your experiences. Because your tongue is powerful. Your words are even more powerful. And when you speak them out, you'll be so surprised how quick things happen. Everything that I ever said I wanted to do, I've done. And all the things that I want to do still now, I can go do those things. That's the great part of life. As long as I'm here, as long as I get another chance to open my eyes, I get another chance at doing the things that I want to do. Your life is yours. It's meant to be lived. It's meant to be enjoyed. But the only way that you can actually live it or enjoy it is to do so. Wherever you are and wherever you want to be, it's all up to you. So my biggest thing is I try to tell my friends, especially when something bad happens, that this is not a great thing, but what did you learn? You're not going to do it a second time. And if you do it a second time, it's because you hadn't learned the lesson the first time. And although that is not what you want to hear, it is the truth. Life will continue to give you the same lesson over and over again until you learn it. So the best thing to do is sit back, take a break, take a breather, sit back, reflect, and understand why this happened. And why does it keep happening? If it is a keep happening kind of situation, why? The only reason why is because you hadn't learned the lesson. And I ain't going to sit here and tell you it ain't going to sting. It ain't going to hurt. There ain't going to be some kind of thing where you're like, yo, why me? You're definitely going to have those moments with some things that you will encounter. But it don't have to all be bad. It's all in perspective. Just remember that. The next time something happens and you don't understand it, think about why. Why did this happen? And what could you do differently next time? Also, one more thing while I'm here. People don't even understand their power. They don't understand how they attract things just off of them being themselves. If you are a strong personality type, if you're mentally strong and you have high standards and you have boundaries and all those things, certain things don't attract themselves to you. It doesn't attach itself to you. We all have a magnet inside that attracts certain things. If you tell yourself that you want to do a thing and you continue to tell yourself that you want to do that thing, it'll start to move itself to you. You'll look up and there it is. Just make sure you're ready when it comes, because I'm telling you, the more you say it, it's on the way. Anywho, not to be preachy, but I say all of these things to say that life is what you make it. So make it count. It could be the best life, or it can be a life full of pain. But it don't gotta be anything more than what you want. As long as you know what you want. Be clear in what you want. And be honest to yourself about if you can get those things. Because in all reality, another thing is people aren't always honest. They say wild things that they want to do or want to, want for themselves. But that's, come on, It's like they say, everybody can't be a celebrity. We got to have doctors. We got to have lawyers. We got to have grocery store workers. So be realistic. But go for what you want. It's your life. You're in control. You're in control. You are in control. Life is what you make it. Thank you guys for listening to me. And thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I'll see you guys next week. I'm going to go out with one of my songs. Because remember what we were just talking about. Life is what you make it. I said I want to be a singer. Here we go.
So much of you, yeah. I ain't saying we ain't enough. I ain't saying love ain't tough. It's for my heart, I put it up. I can never get enough of you. Heart invested all for us, but our love was not enough. I gave you all of my trust, it's for you to give it up. Fool for you. You made me regret all those things I did, baby. You left me to think this through. Yeah. I ain't saying we ain't enough. I ain't saying love ain't tough. It's for my heart, I put it up. I can never get enough of you. Was not enough. I gave you all of my trust just for you to give it up. Give it up, give it up, give it up. Our love needs a break. 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 Yeah. Surprise.